I wrote a children's book about Chuck Norris and Rehab.
I wrote a children's book about Chuck Norris and Rehab. It's fantastic. It's written for ages 5 to 7. And it starts off, and Chuck Norris is getting fired from his job on Walker, Texas Ranger. And it's very sad. And I did an illustration, and you can see he's hanging his head, and he's very dejected and sad. So anyway, Chuck goes home, and he tells his wife, Mrs. Chuck Norris, and she starts screaming, and what are we gonna do about money? How are we gonna make payments on your house? How are we gonna afford anything when the kids gotta go and what about my credit card bills? And why don't you shave your beard and quit doing roundhouse kicks? Keep doing the same thing. I told when you try branching out other forms of drama. She goes on like this for 10 pages. And finally she says, get your stuff and get out. So Chuck packs up a gym bag with all of his stuff. And he gets a room at the YMCA. And he meets a guy named Stinky Arthur. And him and Stinky Arthur sit and they split a bottle of Jameson whiskey. And Stinky Arthur tells him his story. And he goes, wait a minute, aren't you Chuck Norris? And he says, I used to be. So Chuck Norris and Stinky Arthur are pretty well drunk at this point of the story. And they head out of the YMCA and they go around the Tenderloin district. And they meet someone named Candy. Candy has an Adam's apple. Chuck Norris says, Candy, I just lost my job, lost my wife, and now I'm drunk. Me and Stinky Arthur are hanging out. Candy says, I got something for your ass. So she gives Chuck Norris a rack of crack. Chuck's like, what am I supposed to do with this? Candy says, smoke it, cracker! So Chuck Norris smokes the crack. And he's like, wow! That's some good crack! Not that he knew what crack was before, because he didn't. So him and Stinky Arthur are walking around, and they're like, man, we gotta get some crack. We gotta get some crack, man. And Chuck Norris is like, I know where we can get some crack. So they walk onto the San Francisco trolley, and they find a businessman. And Chuck Norris goes, we need some money for crack. And the guy goes, I'm not giving you any money for crack. And Chuck Norris turns around and kicks his head off with a roundhouse kick that's fueled by crack lust. So he feels in the back pocket of the wallet of the corpse on the trolley, the headless corpse, and he takes out all of the cash and he says, let's go on back to the Tenderloin district. So they run, well they don't run, they walk like a really determined thing. They head back and they find this guy Tyrone. They're like, hey Tyrone, we need some crack. And Tyrone's like, hey you Chuck Norris. And he's like, fuck you, I need some crack. until Chuck Norris wakes up and Stinky Arthur is dead from a heart attack. And he goes, I gotta get excited like this because all his Chuck Norris teeth fell out. And he's like, I gotta get some help.